Well, here we are, America. We're at the house. Thought we'd get us a little video going out. Let you know what's been going on here. This Gracie, she's chilling out. But some of the changes have been happening since we got back. As you see, she was kind of outgrowing that harness that I had for her. She's had that since I guess she was about a year old. But talking about how old she was when she got the harness, she got this one new. This past week, the 23rd, was her third birthday. So she got her new vest. Although I believe it was given to her a couple of days early. Because I'm glad it did, because I did forget her birthday by about 3 o'clock in the afternoon when I realized it. Uh, but yeah, she's 3 years old today now. And she got her new vest. And we got her some new bling for her vest. We got her little name tag. And got her a couple little patches. Well, sit still. Come here. Got her some patches. Looks pretty cool. I like it. It's just some of the things that goes through my mind. No, we're not going inside. I know you're hot-eyed. But like I said, we're sitting at the house. Yeah, it's her birthday. She had a good time. She's over there by the laying down where the dryer sends out the hot air on her outside blanket. Sitting here staring at me. She wants to play. We haven't played enough yet, I guess, for her. Even though we've been out here for an hour. But she deserves it. We'll get back to playing here soon. But anyway, we got our patches. Found them online. Thought it'd be cute. Something to help out. Because thank you everybody that's subscribed. I'm surprised we're up to 877. Only 123 more. We're hit that 1,000 mark. I'd be happy with that. I'm sorry, I got cheat notes. But yeah, explain some things besides what explained there with her birthday. Kind of had a little downtime. We had a little family issue. Wasn't really an issue. I was lost in the family. Uh, Now on to the bike repairs. Uh, kind of did some other testing with it, seeing what's going on. Got with them, and I've been doing a lot of thinking about that. And my mindset is that if I'm gonna be buying the new controller, the new harness, new display, the only other thing is the rear tire. So basically what we're going to do is I'm going to take a different route rather than purchasing all of those. Is I'm going to send these back because due to some more tests that I've done, it seems that the power is getting to the rear tire. So what I'm doing, we're going to send back the controller, send back the rear tire. It's been off for a few weeks. I've been lazy, I ain't lying. I've been doing a lot of research on a lot of things, which I'm going to explain here today. On a lot of things are happening here. A lot of good, a lot of great things. I think it'll make our trip a little bit better, more enjoyable, a little bit more safer maybe. But with the bike repairs, I'm sending the tire controller back and the back tire back to them. What they're going to do is they're going to run some tests on it and see which one of those items are failing. I haven't, the monitor is working. The harness, I searched it as best as I could. Besides maybe a foot and a half, 2 foot of it that's inside the frame that I can't get access to without pulling all the wiring back out, which wouldn't be hard, but I'm thinking if all the wires that are exposed weren't exposed any, I doubt it's what's inside. But they're going to run the test on the tire and the controller. In that case, if it's the rear tire, we're going to look in, it's a 750 watt Bafang. First, we're going to look in and see if it's something in there that can be fixed. If not, I'm going to be looking in upgrading up to the Hyper Scorpion rear tire maybe. It'll be 1,000 watt, give me a little bit more power. They're going to test it with the controller that I have and see if and do a little tweaking what they have to do and change of it to where it'll adapt to the new tire of being more power. And then we're going to have that sent back to us, and that's going to be our setup on that. So like I said, I've been lazy. They've sent me the packaging to package it all up. Got here a couple of weeks ago, but I've been kind of, I ain't gonna lie, been kind of lazy with it, because I've been doing a lot of other research into some new things. A lot of that is working with this new camera that I got. When I had mentioned I bought the new camera before, my daughter, she happened to ask some questions about it, and she thought I said a Costco camera. No, this is a Caso, which is AKASO Brave 7. It's a very versatile camera, very small. Seems to be very easy to operate. It does kind of have a little bit of issues with the mic. Now, I imagine from some of the reviews that I looked at after I bought it, reviews in other places and videos that I've seen, I guess before, they were having some very bad issues with the mic. When I got the camera, I took that video, and that was with the camera close to me when I was taking a view of what I was seeing. It seemed to be the mic was doing pretty good, but I ran some tests, with the mic, with the camera sitting at a distance like I am now, and it just didn't seem to pick up very good. So I got in there, did some research, and found that basically the only mic that I could really use for this camera is their mic. No other external mics with this type of port that goes into it. I forget the name of the port now, but it's the older ones before the C's. But hold on. But we got the mic. Got it working here. See how this works. Although the mic doesn't really seem to be doing any better than the camera does. Because once you do remove the mic way too far away from your mouth, even down here, it can't even kind of affects it some. It does have a clip to hang on my shirt, so a lot of times it probably will be down there unless I'm sitting here face to face, you know, with the camera in front of me like this. You know, if I'm shooting other videos of what I'm seeing, I probably won't be using the mic. But I am happy with the camera though, because it seems does shoot a good video, even though I'm working with different types of things with it, because it's got different settings, you know, black and white and brighter and dimmer. You know, I'm not really camera smart, but it's pretty easy to figure it out. I'm working on adjusting things and seeing how that works. Alright, we're back. Had a little excitement there, neighbors with the police. Not sure what it was about. My ex-wife, she's nosy. But what I was getting into there was, yeah, I've been doing a lot of different research lately. You know, and it became looking up one thing, which led to another thing. You know, it was like this deep old rabbit hole. But I think the final result of what I'm coming into, looking into, I think I'm going to be really happy with it. I think it's really going to help me out, make it a little bit better. To where actually I think the time of year won't really be a factor. I'll either be able to stay warm or I'll be able to stay cooler. But that was started by looking into a different type of trailer. I started looking at different ones, and what I'm finding, yeah, I found some that I could really kind of work with and everything, but I really got into looking at how people are building trailers, and then got into a whole totally different ballpark of something that I never knew was possible, but it seems like it's going to be very beneficial. I stumbled into what they call a poor man's fiberglass. So basically what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to build my own trailer. Basically I'm going to get the framework for the base. It's going to be all aluminum. I really don't have access way to weld aluminum, so it's going to be pretty much a bolt together type situation, which I'm hoping works. It should. You know, I'm going to be using 2-inch angle iron to do this, and or 2-inch by 2-inch angle iron. Trailer outcomes is probably going to be an 8-foot trailer by about 3 foot wide total. That's with the axle and the tires. Basically it's going to be, I think, a little bit stronger from the bottom framework, since I've done the research on the tires that I'm going to get. I'm going to go ahead and invest in some motorcycle dirt bike tires, some front tires. Basically I'll have a flat plate on one side of the tire and a flat plate on the other side of the tire, and it's going to be able to bolt up to the flat plates. That'd be nice and sturdy, a lot stronger. The trailer, I think it's going to be nice. But from the base up down, you know, I'm going to use a 2-inch foam board or 1.5-inch foam board. I haven't really made the decision yet because I really want to use the 2-inch foam board. But when it comes to windows and doors that's going to be put into it, I'm really restricted to my widths of 1.5 inch. So it may come down to 1.5 inch foam boards. But basically what I've learned by watching some YouTube videos. Thank you, YouTube. But was poor man's fiberglass. Basically what you're doing is you're taking the foam board, you scuff up the outer side of it a little bit with some sandpaper, some 80 grit. Uh, then basically you take canvas and you glue the canvas to the foam board, and then you come behind that and
here's the top search result.
Google, I don't need you. But then you come behind that with an exterior paint that's watered down for the first couple of layers. Then you kind of stiffen it up a little bit with less water. First start out with 50-50 water. But the final product is, if I haven't decided if I'm going to sand it between the paint layers, because you can come out with a pretty smooth finish where it looked pretty nice. Or if you don't sand it, you come out with like the rhino liner type texture, which I don't know, I kind of like the rhino liner look because it looked more badass. I'm sorry. Excuse my language. I think it looked more better especially on the outside like that. On the inside, I may sand it, especially the floors, to do that, and on the inside as I paint it. But we're gonna build us a 6 by 3 foot wide camper. I'm kind of estimating that the final weight of the camper when it's finished, minus the motorcycle tires, I'm probably going to be looking at maybe a 50-pound trailer with so much room that basically everything that I was carrying on the other trailer, like the solar panels, I'm going to have a part of the roof that's going to be for the solar panels where they'll mount up on the roof. On the front of it, there's going to be a nice deck for Gracie. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to mount and integrate some type of railing around that area and a way to harness her in, because I do like to have her harnessed in when she's riding. But it's going to come along pretty good. And talking about her being harnessed in, somebody did ask me about why she always has her harness on. And the fact is, when she was a puppy, I was a very nervous father, as you could say. I love my dog. It would kill me if I ever lost her or got separated from her, just as it would her. Me and her's been together every day of our lives for her 3 years, except for 3 days. And it about killed both of us, even though she was in good company with her boyfriend, which is my daughter's dog. She showed signs of missing me, but basically why she wears her harness all the time is since she's always had it on since she was a puppy. I was nervous daddy, it's on 24/7 because inside her harness is a GPS tracker. It's a FI GPS tracker. You know what? I've had since she was on her since she was 8 weeks old. Her other harness, it fit in there pretty good. This one here, I kind of like it a little bit better, cause a little better, more sturdier harness. And the GPS tracker does fit in there, but it only fits in one spot. But it's a good spot, so that's why she wears it 24/7. Because I'm scared, Daddy, if I let her outside in my yard, you know what? I've had dogs. I used to have a German Shepherd used to climb over the fence and get out. You know, finding him at the dog pound. You know what? 2 or 3 days later, after being stressed the whole time, running the neighborhoods. You know, I found this at my old age to be a lot better. It's a pretty good GPS tracker, but I've tested it many times. Never had to use it for her being lost. Thank you. But all I do is pop it up on my phone, track her down, tells me right where she's at within 30 feet. And within 30 feet, I can probably see her or get her attention to where she comes to me. But that's why she's always has her harness on. But on to the next thing is, like I said, the trailer. It's going to be a lot nicer. Poor man fiberglass, I think it's going to be nice and strong. I've seen some tests done to it with it, trying to get it to break. And this was with like 1 inch fiberglass. It had hardly any bend into it. Like I said, I'll be using the 1.5 or 2 inch, just because I want the extra insulation purpose, because this may become a trip sometime during the winter with snow, because I do love the snow in the mountains, but I do hate the cold. But I'm willing to sacrifice the cold in the daytime if I could stay warm at night when I'm sleeping. It wouldn't be so bad. Uh, so, with all said, with the new trailer design and everything, it's going to take some time to get built. Just because it's not going to be rushed. I want to make sure that time is really spent on making sure that it's sturdy. I've watched one that somebody made on a little cargo trailer you hold behind your car, and it got in a wreck, but he reinforced his with plywood, which I will not be using any plywood. It'll be just strictly foam and aluminum trailer. But that's probably going to contemplate on change when I do leave. So at that, if it's during the winter, I'll probably look into seeing if I can find some type of small air conditioner for the nights. And as long as it's not too hot during the day, because like I said, Gracie, she doesn't like the heat. But if I leave in the winter, rather than running down the south, I can go ahead and shoot my original route, which is up through the mountains. I think, because as long as I can stay warm at nights, I think I'll be pretty good. But with that being said, so things with this channel are probably going to change up here a little bit. We're still going to be going on this trip, but I think the channel is probably going to be me building this trailer, our times here, things that are happening, because you know what, my mind's always working. That's my problem. It's always working, trying to figure something out, make something better. When I started this trip, it was a spur of the moment type thing. Basically everything was kind of put together within a month. You know, now that I got the time. Gracie, leave the plants alone. Oh my God. She's in the plant again. But, you know, I'm gonna video pretty much the whole build, everything with it. I think it'll be pretty interesting. You know, I am a pretty mechanically inclined person. You know, I've built some pretty crazy things in my life. Uh, Pretty sure this is gonna turn out to look real good. Hoping it'll be nice and sturdy, where it'll last us for years. That we can use it later on in other trips. Uh, I think it'd be nice because, like I said, Gracie will have a deck on the outside of it, on top, for the nice little area. Inside's gonna be big enough to where, you know, I can put some storage in it. You know, as long as I got 6 foot space inside to sleep, hey, I'm good. But it's gonna be 4 foot tall inside, so you know we got plenty, a little better space to store some things. We're gonna lighten up a lot of things, you know, and having a little camper type thing. I'm realizing there's a lot of things that I really don't need, and different ways that I can do things. But we're gonna see how this all works and see what we can come up with. Like I said, my mind's always working. Some of this has come along through some of the comments that I've read, and which gets me thinking, you know. But we're gonna see what we can do with this, and hit it head on. See what we can come up with. I hope y'all stick around. I hope y'all enjoy what you see. Like I said, we got 877 subscribers now. Thank you, everybody. We love you. I hope you love what we do. She's a good dog. I love her, as you can tell. I hope you. But we're gonna get out of here. Work on this video. Do a little bit of editing in it, and see what we can get. Have a good day.